talking about sales next with Sheila Wheeling, who is with our sales department, and she has been with Green Spring now for 20 years and 1 month, and we're so glad, Sheila, you're with us.
Thank you.
And we're glad that you've been with us all these years.
Yeah, maybe another 10.
There we go. All right. Sounds good to me. What's happening in the sales department?
Fabulous things are happening in sales. Actually, as we speak, my associates are in their last settlement meetings.
Okay.
So I don't know if you folks know, our number this year is, our magic number is 151 settlements.
Oh, okay.
And we should hit that today by 1 or 2 o'clock.
Wonderful.
So we're very excited.
Yes.
It's been a long year.
Yes.
Every year seems to get longer.
Do you anticipate any more settlements between now and the end of the year?
We do. Yeah, we actually, we have a lot of folks coming from out of town that have reserved apartments, and they're coming the last couple weeks of the month to do their screenings and their paperwork. So we might hit a couple more, but
Wonderful.
Today we hit our goal for the year.
Yes.
But, we're getting ready to go into January, so we got to start. It's Groundhog Day. We'll start all over again.
Well, are we going to have a special sales event on Groundhog Day like you had on Black Friday?
Black Friday was actually a great event.
Wasn't it?
We reserved, I think, 6 or 7 apartments
Yes,
that day. It
that's
was
what I heard.
fabulous.
Yes.
It was a great event. It's kind of a bittersweet because now I think David will want us to work every Black Friday, and we're not so sure we like that.
Right.
But it was a wonderful event. No more events the year. We had a nice event on the 13th.
Okay.
Lunch with the chef. Chef Michael did a great lunch for us, and we actually reserved an apartment at that event.
Wonderful.
And following up with folks, we always follow up with people after we have events, and
Right.
that was fruitful too. So it's been, actually December's been a fabulous month.
Oh,
I can't,
good.
Everybody thinks December everything shuts down.
Right.
That is not true.
That's wonderful.
That is
And
not
being able to get people to move in before the first of the year also.
Or at least settle and
yes.
take their keys a little later.
Right,
So
yeah.
because no one really wants to move right around Christmas, but we do have I think there's a couple of folks that'll be here Christmas Day.
Wonderful.
Their first Christmas. So welcome new people when they
Yes,
come, because this
yes.
is a new
Very good.
thing for them.
As of today, how many apartments do we have open?
I was just looking at the, real quick, I was looking at the inventory because I have a couple of appointments today. I think we have 18 apartments.
Oh, okay.
Which we were up in the 30s.
30s, yes, you were.
I don't
Yes.
like getting that high
No,
up there. That's a
the
lot.
highest it's ever been.
Most people think we have 100 apartments. When I meet with folks, they'll say, "Oh, what's your occupancy?" It's
Right.
probably high, 90. I'm like, "No, we're 98." And
Yeah,
their
right.
eyeballs get
Exactly.
big because they don't realize that our occupancies.
Because we've been 98 point whatever throughout the year,
it's
right?
98.5, 90. I think I thought we were going to settle around 99, but I think it might be like 98.9,
Okay.
98.7 for the year,
Wonderful.
which is
Wonderful.
fabulous in this industry.
Yeah, very good. When you have settlements, how long does it take now for a settlement to occur?
Usually we ask folks to, and settlement means paying at least 10% of the entrance deposit
Okay.
and executing the resident and care agreement. Normally folks do that within 30 to 40 days of reserving
Okay.
an apartment in that time frame. It's not an exact science,
Right.
but and some people do it sooner, some people do it a little later. So, but we'd like to do it within 30 to 40 days.
Okay. Notice there's a number of reserved parking spaces that are unoccupied, but I have heard rumors that you guys have taken a step forward and reserved the reserve for people moving in.
Yes. Parking, as we all know, parking can be a little bit of a challenge here. So when folks reserve an apartment, if they want to get a reserved spot, we will hold one for them.
Oh, okay.
For 30 days. That way, now when they move in, if they want to let it go, if they don't want to pay the fee for it, they can
Right.
let it go. Or if they want to switch to another area, they can, but we'd hold at least one spot for them if that's something they want.
Interesting. Okay. What other special things do you do for people that potentially want to move here?
Well, we have a lot of programs to help folks sell their home. Anna was just telling me the other day we're on track to sell $50 million worth of homes this year, which
Wonderful.
is
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, and it helps folks that are moving here because,
Right.
as you know, most folks would rather not go into any assets. They'd rather get the money from their home.
And Green Spring gets a percentage of that sale, right?
I don't I don't really get involved in the Erickson Realty
Okay.
and Moving
Okay.
Services. Anna Greaves could be a better person to speak with, but I know that the real estate agents do pay a certain amount because they do get a reimbursement of $2,000, the residents do,
Oh, okay.
so that money goes towards that reimbursement for them. I don't think per se we make money off
Right,
it, it's just
right.
that it pays the $2,000.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And when Anna goes out and does things for people to show them, suggest to them what they shouldn't bring or what they should bring, that doesn't cost that resident anything.
No, her services are complimentary, and actually, I'm glad we're talking about that because I don't know if you folks know Lauren Askey is actually now a personal move consultant.
I had heard that.
So
Very-
she will be working hand in hand. She does a lot more, and it's really great to have Lauren because she has a big handle on the financial piece.
Yes.
So she can go into people's homes and kind of help them figure out how the financial piece works, getting documents together,
Wonderful.
things like that. So that's really helped us. Plus, she does floor plans for folks.
Wonderful.
Anna's a realtor by trade, so she can do a lot more of the comparables on the home and talk about the real estate market because she
Right.
is an active realtor.
Oh, okay.
So it's a great partnership.
Combination, yes.
And I have a new partner now.
Oh, okay.
Dawn Donley is my counterpart now. So
Oh,
she was
okay.
just promoted to sales counselor.
Wonderful.
So it's wonderful. It's wonderful because she's been such a great partner in the office. So.
And then you have Franklin in the office.
Got
right?
Franklin, good old Franklin.
Yes.
You know, he's the sales manager, so
Right.
he's David's partner in crime. David Taylor's our sales director, and then we have Arzo Hader, who Arzo has been working very hard. She does all the settlements.
Ah,
So that poor girl, I do not envy her at all. She's really been.
so what, you have about 7 people in the office?
We have 8 total. Let's see. We
Okay.
have Franklin, Lauren, Dawn, myself, David, Arzo, and Maya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we have 7.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
thought we had 8. Gosh, I have been here too long. So, and Maya does all the events.
Right.
You know, we had a challenging year with events. The flu shut down a lot of events.
Right.
But Maya just never missed a beat. I don't know if you know, the expo was pushed back, and that's a
Oh, that's
huge
right.
event
That's
to
To move.
plan
Yes.
and then to move it.
Right.
And Maya never skipped a beat. So
That's wonderful.
kudos to Maya. I mean, we really did have a challenging 2018.
Oh, tremendous.
You know, the weather, the flu, different things.
And you've come out still right up
Come
on the
out,
top.
made our number.
That's wonderful. Very, very good. With your sales events, you have to have the corporation of the residents, right?
We do. We really, I'm telling you, residents are our best salespeople. You know, we have 7 people in the office, but we have almost 2,000 sales folks here because they really do help us. And I enjoy when I walk through the community and they give their feedback to people. Think I have them planted because they give such great feedback to folks. Because people do always ask me,
Yeah.
well, what do the residents think? They're the experts. They live here.
Right.
I'm a salesperson. I know
Right.
this much.
And you go home at night.
I go home at night. But the residents know the day-to-day community here. So it is really good to get their perspective.
Correct. And we're still doing the spend a night here.
We're still doing the Experience Green Spring. That has been a fabulous program. We finally got a dedicated suite.
Okay.
We kind of had, we were juggling a suite around in location because we want folks to have a good experience when
Right.
they come. So we finally have a suite in Grove Terrace, and that's going to be our
Wonderful.
suite. It's
Very
close to
good.
Town Center, which gives folks that access.
Right.
It's a 1-bedroom. It's a Brighton model.
Okay.
And believe it or not, a lot of couples have stayed in it and said, wow, this is actually, I could see ourselves living in this apartment.
Very
So
good. Very
it's
good.
been, I mean, Maya's probably booking 3 or 4 months out right now.
Wow.
For the
Very
suite.
good.
And then you folks help us by hosting people at dinner. They join in on different activities. So
Very good.
thank you to the residents. We really appreciate all your help.
Well, we
it's our
appreciate
job.
you out there with all that you do of getting people in and working with them in regards to getting a unit that they want and moving in soon so that we don't have a low
Helps
occupancy.
everybody.
Yeah, it helps all of us.
It helps and you know how stressful it was.
Right.
It is a stressful move. I don't care what
Exactly.
people say. It's stressful to move
Yes.
anywhere. So we really appreciate you folks making it easier. I want to tell you a story. I had a new resident that just took keys the other day, and she went to eat in a restaurant. She said she sat at a big table all by herself, and she said someone came up and talked to her,
Wonderful.
and then someone else, and she said, "Wow, my first hour here, and I already have a friend."
That's
So,
tremendous. That's really good to hear as a resident because we went through a period of time where it was really difficult to get residents to interact with new people, and a lot of new people would get carry out or not eat out in public because they
Right.
didn't want to eat by themselves.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's
So thank
wonderful.
you.
Very good. Very good. What's the percentage of people who reserve an apartment compared to those who come in for an event?
I'm not sure I understand that question.
In
So
other words, if you have 100 people that come for an
Oh.
event, how many out of those 100 wind up reserving over time?
we'd like to think that maybe 8 to 10%
Oh, okay.
would, if you look at the Black Friday event, we
Right.
had 130 people, and we had six or seven reservations.
Right.
Maybe
Right.
not that day, but
Right.
in whole. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's very good.
That's very good for folks that some people just came to look. Their
Right.
kids are here, and and their kids say, "Mom and Dad,
Right.
what are you waiting for?"
Right. With all the construction that's going on, has that posed any issues for you, any difficulties?
Being 20 years old, our community is going through some growing pains right now.
Right.
But I think just communicating to folks that we're trying to make this community better, and when they see things are happening, because I hear folks go to other communities and say, gosh, they haven't done anything out there, and
Right.
I don't see anything happening.
Yeah.
At least they see things happening
Right.
here, and they know that we are looking to update. The windows have been a big plus
Yes.
for folks. Just seeing that we are doing things and we're trying to make our community even better than it already
Right.
is,
Right.
I think that speaks volumes for our community.
Very good. What are the residents not doing that we could do to, or you would like for us to do to help with sales?
I think just keep doing what you're doing. Be positive when you see us walking folks through the community. They don't mind your feedback. They really, I think they want to ask you, but they maybe feel like it's rude to say, well, what do you think of Green Spring? Especially with me standing there, Be honest with them. I mean,
Okay.
I think it's perfect.
Just be ourselves.
Just be yourselves. That's
All right.
exactly right.
Very
That's
good.
exactly right.
Well, Sheila, we're so glad that you're yourself, and so
Thank
glad that
you.
you've been here at Green Spring for 20 years in 1 month.
In 1 month.
And want to see another 20, okay?
I'm trying.
There you go. Very good.
Thanks, Mr. Lambert.
But thanks for being here with us this morning.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Don't go.